Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking the Dreaded D Rose report. I got some breaking news. Just in, TNA star Jeff Hardy went back to Moore County, North Carolina courtroom on Thursday, well, just a little while ago, and pleaded guilty to 3 felony drug charges stemming from the 2009 arrest. He will serve 10 days in jail, have to pay a fine of $100,000, and be on probation for 30 months. In the event that Hardy violates his probation, though, he's sent back to jail. And normally what they do, I'm not sure about North Carolina, but anything that was suspended, that comes back on you if you violate probation. And I haven't seen when he starts the jail time, though. Hardy pleaded guilty to 3 drug felonies, 2 counts of intent to distribute a controlled substance, and 1 count of trafficking conspiracy to commit trafficking in a compound containing opium. That was the part I was said that wasn't a suspended count, but they lowered it down to conspiracy rather than the pleaded, traffic. So anyway, here's the way it went. And when he starts the 10 days, I'm not sure, because they never really said, oh, knowing them, it's just whenever you feel like it, come in, spend a day, take off. Here's a few details of the court's proceedings. In exchange for the plea bargain, the other counts against Hardy were dropped. Hardy has agreed to remain in a drug abuse treatment program. Jeff has granted a request to travel, or he's granted a request to travel outside of North Carolina so he could work for TNA. So I tell you what, he got lucky. He is a lucky sucker. Man, he was facing up to 20 years or even life if convicted on all those counts. Of course, they usually do drop a lot of the counts. Whether there was some singing going on or where he got the stuff from, I don't know on that. Speculating. During an interview with MovieLine.com earlier this week in Los Angeles, the premiere of his new film, The Warrior, Kurt Angle announced that he recently signed a new 3-year deal with TNA. So again, he'll be there for a while. Stefan George, he keeps, who the hell's that? Well, anyway, he keeps the annual list of WWE superstars' wins and losses, and noted that Jinder Mahal lost his first TV match on this past Monday's Raw when teamed up against with the Great Khali to face Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston. Before that, with the exception of a SmackDown Battle Royal, Mahal won his first 26 matches. And then Goldberg says, so, what's that? Another trivia. If John Cena loses to Alberto Del Rio in Night of Champions, it will be the first time Cena has lost 3 straight WWE pay-per-view events since summer of 2008, when he lost to Triple H, JBL, and Batista at a 3 straight event. This year, Cena has lost twice in a row to CM Punk, SummerSlam, and Money in the Bank. In case you wanted to know. Alright, WWE has announced, the reason they announced the WWE Network early, in part, because they were concerned that UFC would announce their plans to start up their own network first. So, Vince, you've got to be there first. And ever since UFC has signed with Fox, though, they've lost interest in doing their own channel, I guess, supposedly. While WWE usually acts like UFC is not, officially a competitor, word is that Vince McMahon isn't happy with the several recent UFC moves, including their part and plan to run a 100,000-seat stadium in Brazil next year. Vince wanted to do that, been wanting to do that for quite a while. The only problem is all the 100,000-seat places were out of the country and would mess up timing, on a live pay-per-view event. Like over in England, hell, it'd be in the middle of the night over here, I think. Oh, by the way, Steve Austin is featured on the cover of the new issue of Fighting Spirit magazine. JBL, he's teasing a potential new TV project on his Twitter. He said, I turned down a lot of projects and all appearances over the last 2 years, and now finally got a TV show potential today that's interesting. We'll see. And on this day, back in 2004, by the way, TNA held its final weekly pay-per-view event. If you remember, you long-timers will remember that. Former Yep, they used to do one once a week. Former TNA Knockout reality star Gina Mariska will be on the new season of Amazing Race. Hulk Hogan's going to be appearing on ABC's Good Morning America tomorrow. And he's going to be talking about micro championship wrestling. Just a little... No, the midgets. The little people. My fault. Matches for tonight's TNA Impact Wrestling on Spike TV is going to have the Pope and Brother Devon taking on the British Invasion. Eric Young versus Robbie E. Velvet Sky and Mickey James taking on Winter and Angelina Love. Gunner taking on James Storms, taking on Robert Roode, taking on Bully Ray in a four corners match. Plus, Mr. Anderson taking on Kurt Angle for the TNA World Title for the main event. Also tonight's show, Jeff Hardy will make his return and give an interview in the ring. Alright, oh, by the way, ECW original Raven turns 47 years old today, while former WCW star Lodi turns 41. Also today, WCW World Champion, I hate saying that, David Arquette turns 40. No offense, David. Offense to WCW. WWE DVD News reports that the documentary portion of WWE's greatest rivalries, Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, is going to run 2 hours and 5 minutes. The total running time of the DVD version is listed at 7 hours, 18 minutes. The Blu-ray version is going to have an extra hour and 30 minutes of bonus footage. Please make a note of it. Matches for tonight's superstars are Mason Ryan taking on JTG, Tyler Rex, and Hawkins taking on Titus O'Neil and Watson Person. Tamina taking on Alicia Fox, Daniel Bryant versus Heath Slater, and Brodus Clay versus some guys, a local wrestler. Pardon me. That just got me choked up. Former WWE star Cliff or Domino Compton, he's going to be appearing on Colt Cabana's latest podcast and talks about the recent nightmare of the Nigeria tour. You can listen to the Colt show, I guess, on WeLoveColt.com or iTunes. WWE website had 12 million visitors in the month of July, second lowest number of visitors for any month this past year. But for June's numbers, though, WWE website processed about 452 orders per day in June and shipped out 263,000 DVD units. A lot of people buy the DVDs from there. I thought they'd probably buy them down at Wally World. Oh well. On a related, I got the Randy Orton DVD, The Evolution of a Predator. I'll let you know on that how that is. I haven't watched it yet. Long. On a related note, WWE has only selling about 59% of the shipped DVD units and is no longer has the best-selling DVDs each month. CM Punk, by the way, joined the band H2O on stage to perform their song Guilty by Association at a show in Las Vegas on Tuesday night. They probably tried to get him off of there, but you know how he is. Alright, on this, well, I think this is yesterday. In 1987, former WWF Tag Team and World Class TV Champion Scott Irwin, also known as Super Destroyer, passed away at the age of 35, having lost his battle with a brain tumor. He was still active in the ring in the year prior to his death. Latest issue of WWE Magazine has got a short list of candidates for the induction into next year's Hall of Fame class, and it features past superstars Strange from WWE also. So if you got a... let me know who you think ought to be in next year's Hall of Fame on the comments. Alright, the Informer wrote in the monthly column in their magazine, a trusted source managed to sneak me a short list of the 2012 Hall of Fame, and I can tell you it's a lot of old wounds that are about to be reopened. Read into that. WWE's added Buck Bagwell, believe it or not, to his list of WCW competitors. His picture, however, links you to the New World Order photo gallery. I think he was in it for just a minute. Thanks for clicking. I gotta go.